Hello everyone, it's Wednesday, so that means we're streaming. I'm Money Black Mage, and we are doing a continuation of our live recap project of The Secret of Mana. Thank you so much everyone for jumping in. This, as usual, is a fun experiment that I think has been going on so well so far. So far, so good. How's it going, Jesse Briscoe? Godslayer Griffin, as always. Liam, hi, how are you? Yeah, happy Wednesday, everyone. Alright. Now I have to remember how to play this game again. It's been a few days since we last played, and since then, I have finished the rough draft for Persona 2 Innocent Sin, which is the next tentpole recap. And so whenever I come back, it's like, wait, how do controls work again on this system? What does what? It's a different RPG. You have to quickly flush your head out of one control scheme and quickly jump back into another control scheme. This is why, for some people, they just play one game at a time, but for me, oof. You're jumping from platform to platform, controller to controller, different game scheme. So it's like, wait a minute, what's the thing called? What's the mechanic called? And it's disorienting. At the same time, it's also why I don't go into so many people who are, I can't get used to this one controller. I'm like, you'd be surprised how fast you can adapt. Harvey, thank you so much for remembering the way out of this desert. And Jesse, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you so much. No, you're amazing. And Godslayer, thank you so much for watching and keeping track. Appreciate you. Moo Boy, hello. I love seeing new faces. Alright, so let's get started. I have to remember. It's like... Alright, so that. I remember there's a charge attack. So I remember we're going, that's right, we're going to Kakara. And I remember somebody was mentioning earlier, and I saw a comment on it too, where if you cast a spell, the moment the sprite leaves, not the spell being done cast, you can actually open up and cast another spell. So, yeah. Up, left, up, right, up. Alright, so let's go up. I feel like sometimes if you don't time the proper window down for a charge attack, it's a waste of time. It's almost better to be faster. Alright, so up left. Then up right up. They just teleport with me. Well, that's interesting. At first I thought it was a boss. I'm like, that would have been a good space for a boss. These guys punch hard. Yeah. But yeah, I finished the rough draft for Persona 2. Jesse, thank you so much. Your kindness is overwhelming. Oh my goodness. You're so awesome. Stop this. Let's see. for all the missed streams. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, going forward, you're always welcome. And if you ever want to catch me, I'm always on Discord. And hey, thank you so much, Harvey, for navigating me first try on that. Good one. In your opinion, what is one catalyst that separates a good RPG from a great RPG? You're actually making me pause and think about this, because that's a good question. So, I'll tell you one thing that is actually good for not just JRPGs, but any game. What separates good from great, especially since in most RPGs, you're not necessarily there for the battle system, because most RPGs don't have the best battle system. Most of them are actually pretty brute force, smooth brain, just hit the attack with the biggest numbers, equip the items that have the biggest number boost to it, that's it. Anybody can brute force their way through. That's why even when you're a little kid, it didn't require that much brain power to go through any RPG. And that's still the case on how many are today, so it's not necessarily the gameplay. Characters and emotions and what you feel are key on how you remember most experiences. And to me, what conveys that the best in almost any medium, especially RPGs, because you have so much more of it, or the opportunity to have more of it, is dialogue. Because you can have good gameplay, you can have good story themes, you can have really good music, you can have good, art style, and all those will be nice. But what's really going to connect you, what's really going to immerse you, what's really going to give you investment into that world and its characters, and therefore you're going to be retaining that after you're done playing the game, is dialogue. How the characters speak about themselves to each other, with the villains, in regards to the world, all of that in terms of how we communicate. That level of dialogue, you can tell the difference between a good RPG and a great RPG. And the characters and the games that you can think of that probably have like, oh, these are some of my favorite games, they're writing so good. In what manner is the writing good? I'm willing to bet 9 times out of 10, it's not necessarily the plot elements or the themes or the tropes that they go with. Messaging, because a lot of RPGs have very similar ones. It's no joke. But dialogue between the characters is a subtle thing that if you don't get it right, it's the difference between all your characters and your villains sounding like dumb bricks or paper-thin archetypes versus really memorable, very standout, or highly relatable people or characters. It's really what defines that. Because even in RPGs like this one that aren't voice acted, you're like, what are they doing in that dialogue? You still have character interactions with dialogue boxes and them talking, so yeah. And Justin, hey, hope you're still staying safe out there in Wisconsin. Ariana, thank you so much for joining in. And hey, Dark River, good to see you again. Hopefully that answered your question, Jesse, and thank you so much again for your generosity. Alright, we are apparently encountering a sand ship, which is very cool, by the way. What's that thing? Lots of cheese and beer. Hopefully the good stuff is what you're getting into. I think it's fair to call this a sand ship, right? Only Imperial spies can be so stupid. How rude. I like you, so I'm going to help you. That seems sudden, and I'm not sure I believe you. I'll tell you too as well, you can have the best story and plot lines laid out, but if your characters talk like cavemen, or they sound like immature little children, or the way they talk doesn't reflect the way their mannerisms and their personalities, I'm telling you right now, you're failing already. Dialogue is such a subtle yet important part of expressing a character, and as we moved from sprites like this to 3D models, I find that body language and expression of the face especially is so important for attempts to convey emotion especially. And that's not just from, high fidelity, oh, more realistic graphics means more emotions. No, this isn't a David Cage game. This is where even like this, where the characters are just standing there very still, there's not much there. But imagine if they just made sprites where they conveyed surprise, or pain, or sadness, or a laughing sprite. Like, remember how every single character in Final Fantasy VI had a laughing sprite, and they used that a lot appropriately? It makes a difference. Because not only are you saying something, but then you have the appropriate body language. Because communication is also part physical as well, how we look at each other. So, yes, Final Fantasy VI was an excellent example of how to have a variety of sprites convey emotion. And the dialogue, of course, to go with it. So, yeah. Be useful. Started watching your recaps during your graveyard shifts. Hey, I'm glad I could help you pass the time. Thank you for enjoying. I appreciate it. And Monkey Gamer, thank you so much. Allow me to give you a high five and welcome as a YouTube Victor. Thank you so much. Please look forward. That reminds me, I need to do the deep cut of Madden 18. And please look forward to deep cuts in the future. Deep cuts are when I do a behind the scenes, my review, my personal feelings and thoughts on a game. So you get exclusive access to that. Hope you enjoy. And please don't be too offended, because I'm known to be on a little bit of the scathing and harsh side. Alright, you'll work the engines. Popoy's going to make meals, and Prin comes with him. Suspicious. I think he only allowed them on because he saw Prim. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna have some of that. Are we gonna have a peeling potatoes cutscene? Admiral Maria. Alright, he says get to work, but what exactly am I working on? Monkey, always love your videos. Thank you. I always have to ask this, though. I love to ask this of anybody who either joins the Discord or joins on as a patron or as a YouTube Victor. What was the first series that you jumped into for recap? What brought you to my side of the internet? I'm always curious. Scourge of the 8 Seas. It's like, you know we're in a desert, right? What are you talking about the 8 oceans? I was hoping Sergo would give me a little bit more than that. Oh, keep talking to him. Go talk to the guards by the stairs. Sure thing. Nice backflip. Easy. I wonder if this is a stealth section and if somebody spots me if I get thrown. At first I was wondering if this was the same ship as those thieves. What was their name? Like Scorpion Queen or something like that? I'm trying to remember because in Persona, I just wrote about a character named Queen Scorpio. So, again, the names blur. Jesse, you first jumped into Nier Automata? I am very proud of that video. I love that game. If I may toot my own horn, I think I did a good recap. This is the Republic's secret sand ship. So we have the Republic and we have the Empire. I do look forward to when, I think it's later this month actually, that Nier Replicant comes out stateside. I will be doing a recap on that, and unlike previous recaps, because some people are asking, hey, where's Bravely Default 2? If you know my style and you've been around the channel a bit, then you know I don't recap a game in the first 6 months to a year of its release. And you may be thinking, why? That's the hottest time a game is out. Why would you miss out on all of that? Because that's not what it's about. I learned the hard way a long time ago, ironically with Bravely Default, that if you release a game and do the recap in the first week or two, I feel that I'm damaging the whole point of that game. Where if somebody just wants to quickly get the story and get out, they don't want to play the game, they don't want to support it, I'm taking that away from the game. And you could say, well, what about people who just watch playthroughs or walkthroughs or just full plays or let's plays? And that's fine. I'm not condoning or condemning anybody who does that stuff. It's fine. If you want to absolutely not support the game, if you just want to watch somebody else play it and live vicariously through them, that's on you. But I'm not going to contribute to that. I want people who want to play the game and experience the story at their own pace to have the opportunity to do so without feeling pressure or temptation from me on simply having a recap in 30 to 50 minutes or less. I don't want to contribute to that, so I don't. And in some game cases, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, I learned that there are some franchises that if you wait a year, they release additional DLC, so what was the point of rushing out a video and I'm just going to have to add something added onto that? It would look stupid if I did. Either the video's too anemic and it doesn't have the whole story, or the DLC has to be a separate video, which would be pointless and dumb. I'm not into cashing in like that. It's not my style. So Nier is different because this game already came out. It's just a remaster. And it gives me an opportunity to correct some of the things I missed out on my original Nier Gestalt video that ended up becoming important in Automata, but wasn't immediately apparent when I first made Gestalt. Anyway. I wonder if these two are going to be relevant. Mori and Maria. Because if they're not... Jesse, you were listening to it like a podcast? Interesting. You know, I always have to wonder how recaps work as podcasts. People tell me that they do that. Some people tell me they never actually look at the recap, which bums me out because I spent a lot of time editing it. There's so many cuts. There's thousands of cuts. Is this a pseudo maze? Because that's not a doorway. And that's not helpful. And that's not a doorway through either. And so apparently people tell me they can listen to it like a podcast and it still works, which is amazing to me because that honestly wasn't the intention. Alright, so there's one stairway there. I guess that's the only place we can go. There is zero security on the ship. You look important. You are important. I'm genuinely surprised that Popoi doesn't fry them with magic. Get him out of here. He ate all the ship's food. We're literally going to starve in 2 weeks in the desert. Oh. We're finished. They are. Like, Popoi's not even joking. Popoi literally ate all their food knowing these men will die of starvation in a few weeks in the desert. Probably less because of how dehydrating the desert is. Popoi set all these men up to fail. And because this is a secret Republic ship, they can't just dock in any port. They have to keep it a secret, so Popoi literally put a death sentence on all of them. That's the dark history of Secret of Mana. I'm gonna lean over, by the way, and turn on a fan because it is super humid in here. Hold on. Don't mind my squeaky chair. Okay. YouTube Emperor of Mankind. Gotta say, I like that name. Oh, you're a road warrior too. Brutal. My dad used to live a life like that. You listen to a lot of videos instead of watching them? Well, sure, I hope so when you're driving. But hey, that's awesome too. I'm glad I can help make the trip easier. It's funny, YouTube Emperor of Mankind. I'm gonna say that the entire way, but yeah. Punch him out, knock him out the box. It's funny when you look at this situation as an adult versus when you probably experienced it as a kid. Where am I? I am in Texas. Texas, USA. Does Sergo play any important part at all? Or was him saying, hey, I'm Sergo the pirate, mean literally nothing? Oh, hey, what's up? Is this guy again? Gishtar. For being such a secret sand ship, they got found out very quickly. It's 80 something where I am Fahrenheit, but the humidity is very high. Where I am, by the way. He's so casual about this. You must be the one Thanatos warned me about. How about a little game? You want to play a game? Oh, boss fight. Should have saved. Did he just throw up off the sand ship? Alright, if anybody has any boss tips, now's a good time to throw it down. Where is it? Mech Rider. Oh, that's actually kind of a cool sprite. Spam lightning. It doesn't say any weaknesses. Alright. Alright, let's try that thing that people were talking about, which is hit him with a spell, and then the moment it's done, hit him with another spell. So we're gonna wait for the sprite to disappear. Oh yeah, you can do it. That is so cool. You can like stun lock them into this. Alright, last spell. Damn, that was a lot. And I'm not gonna do it because like we saw he had 980. We'll just finish him up normally. He's 2/3 dead. Unless he proves to be super tough. Which I don't think he is. See? Done. Man, big props to everyone who told me about that little trick, which is wait for the sprite to disappear. Thank you so much. Thank you. Max damage is 999, so don't overcast. Thank you, vice versa. All that is incredibly helpful. Thank you. I saved your ship, but you ate all our food. I didn't eat your food. Rats ate your food. Anyway, I saved you. What? You're Gemma's friends? Oh, man. Okay. You gonna heal me? Go north. Then west to the Fire Palace. Got it. Can't go north here. Actually, where can we go? So did the Empire steal the ship and kick us off? Because that seems to be what's happening. He doesn't say the ship's destroyed. I think he's lamenting that they stole it. Where do we go? Alright, let me talk to you. You already said that. Did I already talk to you? Yes. Good stuff. Why did you drop me on top of a quicksand pit? Quick save. Wow, the grab radius on these things is brutal. I just want to go up. I just want to go up. Prim. Prim, get up here. Prim, I just want to leave. Prim. Prim, get up here. Thank you. Hey, it's this guy again. I love his dance. Salamando is gone. He lived in the Fire Palace. Whoa, 2 of them. I like how the first guy is not a merchant, but this one is. Okay. The raccoon cat. I think the golden vest is what we need for everyone, I believe. Is the golden tiara or the raccoon cap better? Kenneth, how's it going? Pounder. Welcome to chat. I'm gonna buy a raccoon cap just to see. And then a golden tiara just to see what the difference is. Alright, so everyone's wearing the quill cap. Randy has a steel cap. Oh, these are significantly stronger. So the raccoon cap is actually automatically better. By a lot. I guess it's one of those you can just kind of tell if it's more expensive, it's just better. You're more melee, so I'm okay with you having the better defense. It's so weird to just have a raccoon, you know? All these mystical creatures everywhere. It's a raccoon. It's a trash panda. Alright. Now let's sell. Griffin, you can alternate the characters. Yeah, I know. I'm just, you know, just want to just play as Randy. One thing I was making fun of on my Discord, and I'll make fun of it again because it warrants making fun of, is you always want to be wary of fan wikis, or wikis in general, because as you know, wikis anybody can edit. However, how many times do you see people actually double checking? I think a lot of people assume, hey, with franchises as big as Persona, surely there's people double checking facts. But I'll tell you right now, there are many times, for many recaps, I double check something on a fan wiki, or the official wiki, or whichever, because I'm like, okay, I'm a little curious how this scene went down. Let me see someone else, like what the wiki says, to see if I'm misunderstanding my interpretation of it, because I don't like to speculate. Some guy named Gemma. Fantasi's been stolen from the Palace of the West. Well, that's the Fire Palace. And recently it's not a spoiler because I'm going to put it on the recap anyway. If you're watching a recap, you can't complain about spoilers. But at the very end of Persona 2 Innocent Sin, the wiki says the group made a deal with Philemon to where everyone except for Tatsuya has to lose their memory, else the events that doom the world will happen again. And that's not true. That's not what happens. What happens is Philemon tells all of them they all have to lose their memories, and by some happenstance, Tatsuya happens to remember. You know, he just defies destiny that way. There was no predetermined deal. And Philemon didn't say that. That wasn't how that went down. So it really bothers me, once again, when a fan wiki just completely just interprets events how they want. And that is not correct. It's ironic because the whole theme of Persona 2, a big part of it is people's perceptions becoming reality. And that, to me, is exactly what happened on that fan wiki, is people's perceptions were trying to become reality. I wonder how many people were misinformed by that simple but subtle line. I'm not here to double check all the wikis. I'm just simply saying that is not how that event went down. Jason, hey, how's it going? Leo Lion, Topher, and Juan. Thanks for jumping in. We are recapping this game, so it's a little bit different than our playthrough. This is, however, the first time I'm playing this game. I've never actually played Secret of Mana. So for me, it's a first time playthrough, but more important, this is also for a recap, so there will be frequent typing breaks when story happens. I think I'll move to Ice Country. Does Ice Country have a name? Yeah, it's called Ice Country. It's like, okay, it's fair. We have a place called Iceland here, even though it's not full of ice, but, you know, whatever. Hey, what's up? Nice. Alright, so I need to work on the whip. Oh, also, if there are any secret weapon orbs that I happen to be passing by, I'm not going to go out of my way if it's like a super secret area far away off the beaten path. But if we happen to be in a dungeon, you're like, hey, there's a weapon orb here, don't forget to pick it up. By all means, please give me a heads up. That stuff is handy. When does a game's mechanics become so much of a chore that the game becomes unplayable? That is a limitation, I think, based on a person's individual patience. There are many recaps that I hate the gameplay of. I hate the gameplay. I don't like it. It's not fun to me. I understand other people like it. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. If you're a patron or a YouTube Victor, then you may have seen or heard the deep cut with which I recently did a recap. And it wasn't Madden, by the way, which is funny, where I hated the gameplay. I did not like it. That didn't alter my overall perception of it, and it certainly didn't reflect in the actual video, because that's just unprofessional. But yes, there are many times I come across it. For me, I just power through. To me, there are very few games that have become literally unplayable to me that I had to give up on. Otherwise, I don't give up on games. If I start a game, I start it with the intention of finishing it. Alright, out of curiosity, where do you warp to? Oh, we can actually go to Ice Country directly from here. Well, that's handy. So, I guess we just go west now. Put the whip on, get our Simon Belmont on. A game has to be literally broken unplayable for me to say that I won't play it. There are some games that actually have very good story and terrible gameplay. I have encountered games like that. To be honest, most games I play have, decent stories and don't have very decent gameplay, or gameplay that's nothing to write home about. Happens more often than you think. I thought they said head west. Is there a secret I'm missing here? There's no western exit out of here, unless I'm missing something. Now, there are many games, especially as I rediscover them, or discover them for the first time through recap, where, wow, this game did not age very well. For different reasons. Either, usually mechanics such as, this is a period piece of its time, or, oh man, they're using words and language that they're trying to be modern, but in being modern, they also date themselves. Huh. Did I talk to this guy? Sure. Candy. I'm King Amar. Go to the... We just went to the desert. There was no other exit. Unless it magically appears, like some sort of mirage. Like, I'm looking, there's... Maybe we go further down? Oh. Is that a duck with a helmet? Oh, he slapped the heck out of Popoi. Mad Mallard. Yep, it's a duck. Ha, a duck is stuck. What's the matter, duck? Out of luck? Okay. Out of curiosity, what are these? Are these burst cocoons from some sort of sandworm? There's a lot of them. Oh, he throws grenades. Oh, I get it. He's crawling on the ground. Ooh, gem missile. Brutal. Whoa. This is why it's hard to focus on the screen, but also look down and notice that one of your characters is almost dead. Alright. We're gonna use HP Absorb. Because that is a useful one. Nice. Here we go, new area. But then again, I know I'm in the vast minority because as I've finished many games here on stream or on for recap, one thing I love to do is I love to look at post-game stats, especially in the modern day of achievements where they can track things such as game completion. And it always kind of bums me out to see how many times I finish a game, especially not just a modern game, but an older game, and the completion rate is so low. And I'm talking less than 10%. And I'm like, this game wasn't bad. Why did people just quit? I know there are many people where it's like, the moment I stop getting entertained or I stop having fun, I drop it and move to the next thing. I can understand that. I can understand... Whoa, you were not there before. I can understand that mentality a little bit. I don't agree with it, where you constantly have to be stimulated. But, I can get it. I suppose I just grew up in an era where we didn't have that many video games, especially in the United States, and especially if you're in Europe, you got even less than us. Where my parents weren't exactly super supportive of playing video games all the time. I only had a video game once or twice a year, and for someone like me, whose birthday is Christmas, I only got gifts once a year. So if I had a game, I had to make it last all year. Because, you know, you're a kid, you're not buying stuff for yourself. Nice, good hit. So question for you guys. It keeps saying I have medical herb. Oh, that is medical herb. Okay, I was wondering what that was. I was like, which is medical herb? It's the radish looking thing. So even though I'm not completing 100% games like I used to, because I used to 100% everything, because again, I have all year. Crap, I'm petrified. Ironically, I need the herb. Here I was just saying, what do you use medical herbs for? That. And now I just focus on just beating games. I still beat games. I don't complete them like I used to. I don't have time for that. But man, I don't understand the mentality of you get a game and you start it, but you just bail. And even when people are like, well, the story got bad. Okay, well, every story, you know, has dips. No story is 100% 10 out of 10 the entire way through. I've never seen a story like that ever. Stick with it. Sometimes stories turn around at the end. And even though we got an armor upgrade, we're still getting our butts handed to us. Good lord. I am getting beaten on. Man, Randy just got put in a bad spot there. Those two archers just ridiculously just got me. You will reach a dead end in this place until you get the fire elemental. Alright, so these guys are buffing themselves. So is this not where I'm supposed to go? See, they're not that strong. I'm just getting beaten up. Okay, so yeah. That's probably the part where we need the elemental. Will I get out in time of petrification? Yeah, I will. Okay. No use to waste an herb. Ugh. I hate that when I get so close to a door, the door's like, you want to go through? I'm like, no, I don't. Stop that. And they can both hit you, and I'm just stun locked. I can't do anything. Oh my gosh, stop this. That is brutal. You just get stun locked. It's brutal. Good lord. And then, you know, the hit detection in this game that I'm not exactly a fan of. Ugh. I hate how I'm using magic for just this room. It really annoys me. Die, please. Well, at least we're getting our whip leveled up, I guess is the positive way of looking at this. Like I said, sometimes there are old school mechanics I'm not a fan of. Okay, so wait. If I can't go there, and I can't go up here, and I can't go through there... There we go. Well, master the whip. At least. There's that. I think it's the strongest thing I have. No, the sword is actually the strongest thing. But I'm gonna need some range against those archers. Alright, So, clearly we hit a road bump with that, so I guess we have to go to, the Ice Palace then, don't we? Alright, guys. This is like the story gate part with the Witch's Force and the axe. Prim, stop this. Dark River, use rope if in trouble. You know what? I'm glad you reminded me of that because I often forget. Hey, candy. Thank you. If I don't kill this, they're gonna be stuck on those stairs forever. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so I guess we go to Ice Country now, right? That seems to be the play. We certainly got a lot of money from that, though. Good lord. Juan, the sprites are amazing for the time. They are very good, but I'm trying to think. 1993. What were some of the games that came out in 1993? I know for a fact Link's Awakening is one, but that was on the Game Boy, so that's a limitation right there. Doom came out in 1993. I want to say Star Fox came out, but they were experimenting with 3D at that time, so it looked terrible, but it was experimental at the same time. Let's see. What else came out in 1993? Stoopy, hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining in chat. Super Metroid was 1993? I thought Super Metroid was 1994, maybe. Was Super Metroid 93? Mario All-Stars? Well, Mario All-Stars was the compilation that came later. Perhaps you're thinking Mario, Well, we received it as the Lost Levels, but it was Super Mario Bros. 2. Street Fighter 2, yeah, Street Fighter 2 was definitely in 93, I think. Mega Man X, oh, Mega Man X was 1993? Okay, other people are saying it too. So yeah, Mega Man X. Mega Man X had good sprite too, you know. I'd have to agree though, out of the games that came out in 93, I would say this is on the top, you know, top end. Mega Man X is very good though. Mega Man X had very good sprites. Mortal Kombat 2? I can't give it to Mortal Kombat because you know they just used the way they created the sprites is different. We're talking about these, the pixel art sprites. Final Fantasy VI? Final Fantasy VI was not 1993. No way. Six was 94. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. 93, 94. That kind of age was different. Is this To-Do Village or Toto Village? I wonder. Super Metroid was 94. Yeah. Sometimes memory doesn't fail me. Because it's as crazy as it sounds. I remember where I was living at the time when I first played Super Metroid at a store kiosk demo. And I was floored by the music and the visuals of that game. NBA Jam? I believe that. Toto? Sure. I'm gonna go with Toto instead of To-Do. Watch me say Toto and somebody says, actually it is To-Do. As you can clearly see, this is the English word for two and the English word for do, so how else would you say it? Alright, dude, back off. Beware Ice Country, highest level is 27. And yet they expect you to jump from that? Dude, I just became level 22. Man. Good lord. Hey Starshine, how are you? Alright, so it turns out the stuff on the sand ship didn't turn out to be too important, so I'm gonna comment some of that out. Toto is also the Portuguese word for all. I mean, it's also the Spanish word for all as well. But yeah. SimCity 2000 was 1993. That's funny. That's funny. Alright. Anyway. They land in Toto Village. Inhabited by walrus people. I'm gonna say walrus folk. And be polite. Alright. Oops. Stop that game. Alright, same armor selection. Do we have a silver band, I wonder? No, we have the rope band or something like that. So yeah, I would agree, this is good sprite art for 1993. This is definitely among the better efforts of graphical capabilities in Sprite Art 1993. Especially given those lists, and the games you guys listed were already the most notable games. Anything you guys did list is probably less noticeable and less notable, so that just tells me that even among those picks, this stands out. So yeah, Secret of Mana, good sprites. Not good animations on those sprites, just want to point that out though. Very limited on the animations, but the sprite design is very good. They put an interesting amount of animation sprites on the battle sprites, though. That seems to be where the effort is. If you're not in battle, you're not receiving the most amount of interesting sprites. They've just put more sprites into their battle sprites. It's a choice. It's not wrong or right, it's just a choice. And selling. You can buy more than one of each equipment? Yeah, you certainly can. You can't buy more than one at a time in this version, but you can certainly buy more than one piece of equipment. Even though we're rolling in money, it's always just better. I wonder how many items you can carry in your inventory and how big the wheel becomes if you just have so much junk in there. Makes me wonder. Alright, we're good. Real fast, let's save, because we made a whole bunch of changes. This dude is stuck in a wall. He's like, I can't get out. Jesus Christ, help me. A lot. I'm starving. What do walruses eat? Do they just eat fish? What do walruses actually eat? Who's this creep? I don't think I have any orbs. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Subterra Core is an RPG for the PC from 2001 that almost no one knows about. I guess I count as one of those. I've never heard of it until you mentioned it. It has the slowest turn-based combat, but it is an actual hidden gem. I'm curious what you mean. When you say it's a hidden gem from 2000, out of curiosity, it's not an RPG Maker game, is it? I guess we'll come back there. Paradise is hidden in the Crystal Forest. Got it. So what you guys are telling me is I need to stop the stream now and just grind, is what you're telling me. I'm sure if we just kill everything along the way, we'll be fine. Wow, I like the way they're going across this, the forest. Good lord, these wolves. Oh my god, there's so many wolves. Prim, knock them all out. Wow, we just got a level from fighting these wolves. Holy crap. Oh my god. Candy. Oh yeah, come to think of it, the shop didn't sell candy. I guess we're past that point, aren't we? Alright, we survived our first attack from those wolves pretty well. I almost feel like going back and farming those wolves. Oh crap. Over here, the wolves farm you. Good lord, they just come bailing off the screen. They're like velociraptors. Oh my god. Back up, back up, back up. Crap, get out of this corner, get out of this corner. The wolves are gonna kill us. Prim's dead. Yeah. Can't say we didn't see that coming. But man, they just get you in a corner and they just rush you. I can't use it yet. Okay. How come I can't use a couple wishes? Oh, she has to be registered, or he has to be registered as dead first. That was weird. Okay, round 2. Keep getting him, Krim. Knock him unconscious. Do these wolves spawn forever? Or do they literally come from the opposite side of the level just to come and get in our business? Man. Are they all dead? Shit, no. I'm so glad that she has gloves that knock things unconscious. Brutal. Yeah, this would be a good grinding spot if this was later in the stream. Man, we're already halfway through. Man, time flies when we're playing this game. Feels that way, doesn't it? They howl and call more wolves. That makes sense. I just remembered that you're right, there are self-replicating enemies here that until you kill the prime one, they'll just do this forever. But hey, as long as we're getting XP, I'm kind of okay with it. Because these guys are dropping good XP. And if we can kind of funnel them into one spot, I'm okay with it. I didn't mean to do that, no! Oh, now we have a reindeer. His name is Rudolph, and he has a red nose. Why am I not surprised? Are we going to help Santa? Are we literally going to save Christmas today? Is that what's happening? You're lucky Rudolph is public domain. I like how he says master. Like, just so you weren't confused about the relationship of how Santa and the reindeer operate. They're not partners in this operation. There was clearly a master relationship here. Master slave or master subordinate, however you want to go with it. Santa lets you know who's boss. I have to say though, as somebody whose birthday is Christmas, I immediately like anything that has a Christmas theme in it. No one's in the Ice Palace except the monster. One monster? Just one? I'm okay with that. If the palace just has one monster, I'm okay with that, Rudolph. He's got some stained glass going on here. Is it a trap to rob Santa's house? This feels like a trap. There's a weapon orb? Okay, got it. Sweet. Hell yeah. Spear orb, that's what I'm talking about. Griffin, I always figured people with a holiday attached birthday would hate the attached holiday. Depends on who you talk to. See, here's the funny thing about myself and everyone else who is ever born on Christmas or around Christmas. We feel each other's pain. We understand how horrible it is to be gypped every single year, where everyone on the planet, except for my parents, thankfully, they're the only ones nice enough to separate the two, will always give you just one present and coyly tell you happy birthday / Christmas. Assuming you even have people give you a card, you will get probably many duplicates of the same card, because most supermarkets or Hallmark only carry 1 or 2 designs that actually say happy birthday / Christmas, so you'll get duplicates. Every single year you will spend mostly alone because almost everybody is away on their own holiday stuff, which is understandable. You have no choice but to understand and say, I understand you can't, come to a birthday party or hang out with me or do anything on Christmas Day because you're busy with your own family stuff. So you spend it by yourself. And so in your loneliness, you understand and self-reflect a lot, and you realize that it's more than just about you. Sometimes you just have to be happy for other people who are not here to be happy with you. And that's how it is growing up with a Christmas birthday. You get used to it. The good news is that I've never had to work on my birthday, ever. I always get it off. I always joke to people, you're welcome, you get my birthday off. I actually do want to go back and craft this spear. Whoa. Rude. And that's why anytime I used to, because you card people when you're selling video games. And, anytime I saw somebody with a December birthday, I would be like, oh man, my condolences, especially for like a week around Christmas. And they're like, you too? I'm like, yep, you too. I know how it is. And so we console each other, because people who have a birthday week around Christmas, I can't escape it. So that's why I feel worse for you when you're being gypped. Because, when you're an adult and your birthday doesn't really, it's not that special anymore. But when you're a kid and, there's that social excitement for birthdays, and you always have to be excited for everyone else's birthday, but no one's ever around for yours. It's always a one-sided affair. But yeah, not to be a downer. Oh, wrong house. All the same, I still like Christmas. I like the mentality of Christmas. I remember one time a little kid asked me, hey, is Santa real? Because, you know, you always get that question every now and then. And the way I chose to answer it is, Santa himself is a mythological figure from history. However, the spirit of Christmas is what makes you Santa. The spirit of Christmas never dies. The spirit of Christmas, of reaching out to your fellow man, helping them out, cherishing family, and spreading goodwill, that can be in any one of us. So it's not about Santa, it's about you embodying and embracing Christmas. You are the Santa. And that kid just didn't want exactly an answer like that. He just wanted a simple yes, no. So, clearly too young for that conversation. But hopefully one day he thinks about those words. And to this day I always think so. When some people are like, I don't like Christmas, I'm not religious. I'm like, you don't have to be religious. First of all, Christmas is a national holiday, so it's a national holiday with or without your perspective on religion. And second, the spirit of Christmas transcends your conceptions of, you know, your position on government or religion. So get over yourself. Because you can still spread good cheer to people. You know, it's not always about you. Alright, we're gonna heal up over in the inn real fast. That's a lot cheaper than buying a cup. Was this the inn? Or was this just a shop? That's just a shop. We just got manhandled by those wolves. So that's why I also say Merry Christmas. Yeah, you can say Happy Holidays and be inclusive of other cultures that are having holidays around the same time, and that's fine too. I don't feel offended one way or the other. I do disagree with people that says you should not say Merry Christmas. F you, I totally can, because it's a national holiday and I can absolutely wish somebody Merry Christmas. So if somebody's offended that you say that instead of Happy Holidays, look, you can say Happy Holidays and you can say Merry Christmas. The world's a big enough place where that doesn't matter. Man. Some people have spent too much time being offended about stupid crap. For a second, this looked like a poleaxe. Oh wait, hold on. Wrong person. Does this have a special ability, I wonder? Ow. Alright, real fast. Effective against slimes and lizards. Oh, do we have something that's effective against animals? Slows enemies down, that's kind of cool. Useful. Okay, so the trident is useful against animals, birds, and beasts. Alright, you know what? Just so we can level up faster. Oh wait, I didn't realize we were in the middle of leveling up the sword too. I'll do that off screen. For now we need to survive, so let's go with the range filth and javelin things to death. Alright, let's see how effective a super effective weapon is. That doesn't seem that much more effective. Actually, it's not. This is the same strength. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I just want to get through. Jesus Christ. Alright, so since it doesn't matter. Yeah, see, like the sword's doing the same damage and it's not super effective. I guess weapon level matters more than super effective traits. Popo just dies so damn fast. I'm like, which is faster? To go through and just spend 300 on a chalice, or just spend 50 to just sleep and restore yourself? I feel like we're getting walled by the strength of these enemies. We're just getting slapped. I fear about the boss. The boss probably will one-shot us. Okay. Hey Cowtank, how are you today? Francisco? Another Francisco, because yeah, there's a one Francisco and there's a regular Francisco. Alright. We're gonna not do that. Stop that. I was gonna say stick by the entrance and funnel these wolves to where we don't get flanked. Create a kill zone. Choke point. These are breach and clear tactics. Back up, back up, back up. Because you give these guys a little bit of runway and they're going to do that all day. Oh, is my sword knocking them unconscious, or is that still her? There we go. Wow, we got a weapon skill up super fast. We got 88 damage. That's what I'm talking about. Get him, Randy. Nice, look at 120. I swear to God, the Ice Temple better not be full of all these wolves. Jesus Christ. Alright. Before Popoy dies. We're already level 24. Is a good sign. This place is worth so much XP. Good lord. I should have came here first. I see why people quote-unquote sequence break. Give me candy. Hey, there we go. Nice. Good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna keep going because I think we're getting a little bit of the hang of it. Hopefully we're not being too overconfident. Get out of here. I feel the sword's good too because it raises our evasion, and that helps us live a little bit better. Alright. Oh, hello. Hey, what's up, man? You seem in the wrong place. Yeah, get stuck on that tree. There we go. Get wrecked. Okay. Oh, can we break these with the axe? I'm guessing we can. I didn't think about that. That these are basically rocks to break with the axe. Maybe not. I guess we don't break them with the axe. Never mind. I want to read the sign. Wait, there's a cannon? Right? What? Oh. Huh. Alright, wolves, where are you coming from? Oh, hello. This is a very dexterous shell blast. Shell blast. Sounds like an attack. I don't know why, but this reminds me of of the Koopalings, for sure. I remember early 90s, I don't know if any of you were like this too, but when I first heard that King Koopa's name was Bowser, not just that that's what they called him in Japanese, because at first I'm like, that's what they call him in Japan, who cares, whatever, translation. But no, his name is Bowser. Sometimes he's called King Koopa, but he's Bowser. Just like Princess Toadstool's name was Peach, and I'm like, really? We gotta call him Bowser now? What a weird name. Today you don't think anything about it. You're like, yeah, that guy's Bowser. And now, who even calls him King Koopa? Dark River gets harder from now, level 27. Popoi is extremely important. Got it. They're immune to physical damage. Gotcha, thank you. Wait, who's immune to physical damage? Well, I guess I'll find out because they'll be immune to physical damage. Okay. I almost don't want to upgrade the glove because I never use it. Whoa, what the hell is that? Oh, is that one of those immune enemies? What if we could just ignore him? Or is he going to start some crap? Oh shit, there's multiple of them. crap. These crits we're getting. Crits for days. Wait. The screen looks like the last one. Oh crap. Keep moving, guys. Ignore the angry clouds. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. I bet we roast him with fire magic later. For now, they're not harassing us too much. Just leave them alone, leave them alone. Don't punch the cloud. Where do we go? Am I going the right way? It's lagging right now? I did have an internet dip just now, actually. Yeah, you're right. The internet just suddenly spiked downward all of a sudden. Hold on. Oops. Pause. I wonder what's going on. I'm not running anything crazy, am I? I'm not uploading anything. Let me close this, though, in case that's a problem. Yeah, you're right. I'm seeing a weird fluctuation. It's massively dropping up. Sometimes the internet has bad days. What can I say? Let me close this. Hopefully that's eating up some of the bandwidth and makes it better. Alright, apologies. Apologies. I don't think I was running anything that was eating a lot of bandwidth, but sometimes just how the internet goes. If you were experiencing really bad issues, I apologize. It's a little beyond my control sometimes. Oh, we're the boss. Crap. What the heck just hit me? Oh, it's one of those guys. Okay, first things first, you heal everyone. Then we're gonna spam this thing with gem missiles. Boreal face. Oh, it changes locations. Not cool. This is worth eating a nut for. Don't take that out of context. didn't let me immediately summon up Gnome that time. I guess the enemy's animation was taking priority. Alright, how close are you to being dead? Wait, that only has 6 damage? Holy crap. Did I just misdo my timing horribly? I can't see Gnome, so I can't determine when he disappears that fast. Am I only doing single damage with Gem Missile? Is this thing resistant to magic or something? Whatever, this guy's easy. As I say as they die. This stupid piece of crap. Use Thunder? Alright, we'll try it. Got nothing to lose at this point. My Thunderbolt isn't very powered up though. I forgot to do the See, it only did 1 damage. This thing I think is just resistant to magic or something. It's only doing single digit. Come on, guys. Clearly this thing's weakness is like, I don't know, fire or something. Do we have to kill the little small plant first? Is that the trick? Because clearly wind magic is not doing anything. Let's just do HP absorb and see what happens. Just to see what happens. Yeah, see? It's just resistant to magic, I'm telling you. I want to kill this stupid small plant though before it blows up. What is up with this thing? Good lord. I feel like I'm running into the boss more than the boss is actually hurting me. That's why I hate the javelin too. switching off. We can always level you up later. Ugh. Not cool. I should probably put on one of the blade enhancements then. Oh, that's not her that... I don't want to do healing. And then the enemy has iframes. We're gonna try... I hate that. I hate that so much. You charge up an attack, and then you see that plink. Nothing happened. Just iframes. Ugh. And then this thing. Ugh. We're just gonna have to smack this the old-fashioned way. There we go. Ooh, brutal. You're under-leveled, that might play into it? I wonder. If that thing was level 27, everyone here should gain a level at least from that. Because, yeah, Magic did jack shit in that fight. I wasted so much trying to, like, blast it with Magic. Like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm playing Secret of Mana like a champ. And that was all a lie. Where did we teleport to? I'm just lucky that he was a simple one. Like, he was like Tropicalo. Like, he was literally Tropicalo. But at least unlike Tropicalo, I could move around. But hey, we got through it. Is this what was the name of that group? Was it the Scorpion Army? I can't whack this. Oh, I guess I can whack this. Alright, what's the trick on this stove? Oh, so that's Salamando. He was captured by the Scorpion Army? Okay. Not what I expected. Salamando. That's a fun name to say. How dare these creatures use me as a heater? I know, right? Yay. I actually kind of thought for a second we were going to get an ice spirit going to ice country. That way it would cool down the lava or the heat. Shows what I know. Hey, what's up? It's the bossy boss. Oh, and now everything freezes over again. Man, Salamanda's pretty potent. I feel like they're kind of the Team Rocket of this game. They're just more misfits than anything. Are there secret doors or cabinets or anything I should be paying attention to? Because I haven't encountered any. I wonder if this is one of those games that does that. Not every RPG does that. Not every RPG wants you to bust into people's houses and start opening up drawers. But some of them do. This doesn't seem to be one of those. I guess everyone just bails. Can't sleep in these beds, huh? Yeah, I wish I didn't miss the dialogue because I didn't talk to anybody. That sucks. Did anybody say anything important though, I wonder? What if I quick load? No, I don't want to do that boss fight again. It's not important, I'm sure. If it's a Scorpion army, we'll see them again. Wait. Which weapon am I supposed to be doing again? We're level 25, by the way, so we did gain a level from there. We do need the partisan. Okay, cool. That's fine. Man, these wolves. Get wrecked. Oh, wait. Was this a screen where... I don't know. Alright, let's try that magic. Alright, so we have Fireball, Lava Wave, an Exploder. Other than the cost, is there a difference in any of them? I find it's just usually better to go with a cheaper spell on a mass cast. Ooh. Glad the cloud guys went down just once. Alright, turtles. Alright, we're doing this. got the spear up. I think somebody was telling me that the spear actually has a really high crit rate, and I'm kind of feeling that we need that. Where is this? Is this a... Oh. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Good damage against those guys. Alright, this is clearly the Ice Palace. Crap, I was kind of hoping for a spot to save or rest in. Alright, there's a Neko shop on the previous screen northwest. You know what? I'm gonna take that. Please don't be a trap. Chocolate. I'll take that. Yeah, let's go visit Neko. Let's go get ripped off by him, because at least we can heal. If we want more walnuts, we might as well. Blaze effect can stun lock enemies. I figured, given how effective it was against stun locking me. Good lord. Alright, ignore these guys. Ignore them. Ignore them. Guys. Okay. Yeah, Prim, sorry. We got resources, it's fine. It's funny, the little cherubs that bring you back to life look just like the cherubs they use later in Final Fantasy VI. There's Neko. Yeah, we have 20,000, you know, we have so much money. We can afford to be ripped off a little bit. Alright, so we're full up on chocolate. Sucks that we have to do this, but tough times call for desperate measures. Okay. Alright, so we have 1 hour left in the stream. I think we'll definitely get through the Ice Palace. Unless it's some sort of maze hell nightmare. Okay, let's go. I keep pressing the wrong one. No, I don't want to quick load. Wrong one, wrong one. Quick save, yeah. Okay, Ice Palace time. We're not gonna waste... Okay, we can kill wolves, because wolves will kill us if we don't kill them first. Turtles we don't care about, clouds we don't care about. Wolves gotta die. Would my level difference really have made that much of a difference in the last battle? Does it really scale for a level like that? Does this game do that? Get up. Prim, let's go. Oh, wow. Prim Frostede. I don't think I've ever seen that. Popoy's Frostede. It's crazy to me that the ideal strategy in this is hit and run tactics. I mean, to be fair, hit and run tactics is how you beat a lot of enemies in a lot of games. What, you're just gonna stand out in the open? What, you're gonna take cover behind this chest-high wall? It's all whack-a-mole at the end of the day. Alright, Ice Palace time. Kill all the things. If there was an inn, though, this would be a great time to farm Salamando. Because you know we're going to just be blasting the ice boss, whatever it is, with Salamando. Fireball, fireball, fireball! Prim just lived on 2 HP. That was a waste of a chocolate bar I could have given to Prim. I thought for a second chocolate healed 300 instead of 250. I don't know where I thought that. Hey, 26. We're getting there. We're getting there. I think we started this stream at level 21 and now we're 5 levels higher just by going to the ice country. Spear's getting work done, I gotta say. I'm just gonna keep it on for a little bit. Has a little bit more reach than the Actually, I might just spam with the whip. It's a small sacrifice, but the range is worth it. Actually, the crits with the spear get a lot of work done, come to think of it. Yeah, we'll stick with the spear. Get some crits in. I'm one of those that likes to gamble a little bit and go with high crit. Oh, I see, it's one of those dungeons. Okay. If there's a maze here, let me know. I feel slimes are a staple in most RPGs. I feel it's a precedent that Dragon Quest started. Because, you know, the slime was just quintessential. I see snowmen, I keep thinking Jack Frost because I just finished a Persona game. Alright. Prim, I need you to leech life off these guys. Or not Prim, but Popoi. That didn't do very much at all, good lord. Okay. Okay, we're gonna roast these guys with fire. They're no fun. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Popoi, for making that life a little bit easier. Lord knows how many days I would have been stuck in there. I really should be farming Salamander right now anyway. That way it makes the boss a little bit faster. Oh, you didn't die in one hit? Oh, interesting. Okay, well, interesting choice. To put a switch there that only does that one side of the room's door anyway. Virgil, you did a recap for Final Fantasy Type 0, didn't you? I absolutely did. That's a game that had rough combat because there were some characters that were just clearly better than other characters. It was almost unfair. I enjoyed playing that game, I think, more than most people, but I'll tell you what that game kicked ass in. That game had an amazing soundtrack. Type 0 has a great soundtrack. If you want just epic orchestra that Final Fantasy is sometimes known for, Type 0, do not skip it. And the potential of that game, so much. Okay, those ghosts are probably immune to physical. Got Glove Orb, nice. We're just gonna leave you guys, see ya. I love these crits, they're so good. Okay, we're not messing with you. We're not messing with these blue drops. I'm not a fan of getting frosties. Frosties nuts. Yeah, it is going to be towards the latter half of the Final Fantasy playlist. I know it's kind of a long playlist. I actually have a couple of Final Fantasy games in the queue in the very short order, because believe it or not, it's been a while since I covered a Final Fantasy game. The last one was 15, but it's still been a while since we did Final Fantasy. We got these guys in a corner and they're still not dying. Are we getting XP for every one of the duplicates that we kill? You actually got your fiance to watch you stream it since she's in another state right now. That's very cool. That's a cool thing to hear. See, that's what I love about modern day technology, is that I feel it bridges the gap between a lot of older fears of long distance relationships. You have no excuse now, especially in the quarantine, of not just staying in contact with someone. Between your cell phones and your computers and everything, having just access to the internet, and I did not expect a giant glowing eye orb or a book. That distracted me. Oh, you're gonna be one of those enemies. Where, yeah, you can just stay in contact with someone all the time. And not just at a superficial level, at a level where you can literally just constantly talk to them. Did that charge attack do literally nothing? We're gonna skip you. Oh no, this is a puzzle, isn't it? First things first, fireball everything. You appreciate the recaps. It allows you to see games that you wouldn't otherwise get to play. Thank you. That is absolutely the point of that. And I'm not even being facetious when I say that. I really do make it to where I want people to have the option of, I understand you don't have 40 to 100 hours to just drop in, play an RPG, much less an RPG that's not immediately accessible, much less an RPG that might be part of Sony's plan recently to get rid of over 2,000 games, 138 of which only exist on the digital network and will never be seen again. So for history and preservation, yes. This is a means that's hopefully convenient. And I do appreciate that you're saying it's very thorough and unbiased, because that's always the case. Recaps are not reviews. It is not my interpretation. It is not my perspective on this game. I remove myself. I'm just the narrator. I just spit the facts. I'm not here to explain to you why are we doing this. I'm not here to explain to you how a weird event happened or a Deus Ex Machina. I'm here to tell you just what happened. Just the facts. So thank you for recognizing that. It makes me feel like the way I'm trying to convey it is successful. A lucid barrier spell prevents physical damage. Thank you. I'm getting wrecked by this ghost in this book. Damn. That thing is DPSing us to death. So anybody who, by the way, that is a good news story. We often talk about recent current events on this stream. I love talking about game industry current events. I don't have a podcast, but I like listening to a couple while I work, and I love chiming in with my opinion. My 100% biased opinion, because this is me talking. So, if you're not aware, if you ever question why is PlayStation spending so much money on esports and then also getting rid of all of their old platforms and not caring about the previous generations of games, it's because their new CEO, Jim, his name is Jim, took over back in 2019. So if this seems like a weird change of management decision, it's because it is a change of management, but it's not strange. Back in 2017, Jim openly said, hey, if I was in charge of the company, I would take it more of an esports direction. Also, he literally says this, like, look it up. There's a Time magazine interview when the last Gran Turismo came out. And he said, I was looking at people playing old versions of Gran Turismo, and I'm like, why do they play this? These graphics look terrible. They look ancient. Why do people play old games? He doesn't care about old games. He only wants to move forward. I can understand that. EA also says the same thing before they backtracked and went a different direction, where they said, we're not going to do a Mass Effect remake or remaster because we want to focus our resources on building new exciting projects going forward. I understand that sentiment. However, as somebody who values preservation, I disagree with you just killing the past, because most of these games, like Secret of Mana, unless you get lucky and the publisher like Square wants to put out a collection that makes it convenient and accessible, where I don't have to locate a Super Nintendo and connect it to a modern day monitor television and try to stream it, which is ludicrously inconvenient, much less expensive. There are convenient ways, especially with the digital platform, that you can preserve it much easier, and yet you're choosing not to do that. It's... But you can't say the man doesn't stick to his word. He said, F the past, I'm moving forward. Also, I want esports. And that's exactly where PlayStation's going. F the past. I don't know, stop playing old games, focus on our new visually impressive games, and we're going to buy Evo. We're going to spend billions on that. So I'm like, oh my god. All right. That's fine. That's Jim's direction. Jim is running Sony Interactive Entertainment right now. So, it's Jim's show right now. I don't agree with the management style Jim's going with, but you know what? That's just where it's going. Anyway, we're going to try to win this fight. And ready, set. Alright, we need to back out. Bail out, bail out, bail out. Okay, what's the trick here? And yeah, it's harder and harder because physical preservation is great. I 100% like to buy games physical whenever possible because you actually own it. You're not just renting a digital license, which is all digital titles are. If you feel that you're going to be missing out on these PlayStation 3, PSP, or Vita games, and you're trying to rush out and buy them, just my 2 cents, don't. Because that sort of FOMO is not helping you. Because here's what happens. You're rushing to spend money on a platform that's already dead for a system that you know they're not supporting. Why are you doing this to yourself? All of a sudden it's raining, by the way. I was just complaining about it being too humid, and now it's raining. How did that eyeball go down so fast that I can't take care of a book? So to me, I love that Nintendo tries to keep things with their online shop. I hate when Nintendo does limited things like the Mario 35th thing. That's anti-consumer. But I hate when they don't let me cross-own licenses on their eShop back in the Wii U 3DS days. That's bad. I love when they bring back collections, and I love the Super NES and NES shop that they have there. That's great. I love that. So they're a mixed bag. Xbox is, hey, it's all in the Xbox family. We're going to try to keep pulling back on the past. You can keep playing your old games. We're okay with that. That is very pro-consumer. I applaud Xbox. Ever since Phil Spencer took over, they've been killing it with one great decision after another, which only highlights the very anti-consumer practices PlayStation has been doing over the past few years. It's a different mix-up. If you liked it, like, well, back in like 2013, 2014, you know, with all the executive team and all that, you know, the mass advertising and all this stuff, yeah, that's a different team. That was a different age. We got a new crew now, new management. So you can't use the old precedent because it doesn't matter anymore. If it's storming and I lose power, I apologize. Oh, we got a hidden. Quick, knock this book unconscious. Get him, Prim. Get him. Get him. Damn it, there's Lucid Barrier again. Alright, what's the trick to this maze real fast? Is it a straightforward maze, I hope? Because we're not going to sit here and fight those things. Those things are kicking our ass. Weepy eye. And I also like to point out, because I love history in many cases, especially game industry history, we're leaving all these books. We can't take these books on, I'm sorry. Oh crap. Or maybe that was supposed to happen? Oh, this is a fight? Alright, spam fire is what we're gonna do. And I always like to point out, if you look back historically, there has never been a console publisher that has led for 2 generations in a row. It's never happened. Whoever leads the console generation in one generation always leads to the next generation with some mistake that ends up hamstringing them for the rest of the generation and someone else ends up leading. It always happens. Like, the PlayStation 2 is legendarily the most successful selling console of all time. And what do? They made an overpriced, over-engineered system that lost them a lot of ground and a lot of publishers that allowed the 360 to flourish 2 generations ago. Oh, I should be spamming this. Hold on. Well, we have to refill our magic after this. A lot of the pro-consumer moves that allow the 360 to revolutionize online gameplay and network-connected features ended up biting them in the foot when they led with the Xbox One being, shall we say, making some very ill-advised decisions in terms of where the platform focus was at, and force bundling things that nobody appreciated. And that's when they kicked out the old guy and got Phil Spencer in, and Phil Spencer's like, we're gonna make it about games. And he laid on all that track work, which I feel is paying off fantastically, because there is no doubt in anybody's mind Xbox Game Pass is the best value in games. Period. It's not even close. Can I not chain this spell? Because I had to wait for the animation to finish there. Yeah, I can't chain that spell. Not a chainable spell. Oh, it's one of those things. But yeah, I'm somebody who has been very fortunate, and I've always had all the consoles. When I started buying consoles for myself, I realized, oh wow, I did not foresee getting eaten. Thank you, Prim, you saved my life. Alright, this is the time where we need a focus fire. This is like the one time I need to tell everyone to focus. Does focus even do anything? I don't feel like they're focusing. So I've always had a PlayStation, and I've had an Xbox, and I've had the Nintendo console, whichever one was out at the time. There is no one console or no one publisher that does all the things. So there's never been just, oh, this one game or this one console is the be-all end-all solution. Even PC, there is no platform that does all the things. So to me, if you know, gaming's an expensive hobby anyway. So it's gonna be one of those where you're just going to want to, if you can, expand your horizons. Anybody who just marries one platform, I'm not judging you, but I am saying you're missing out on the bigger world of games. Guys. Alright. And yeah, if you're one of those that doesn't support an underdog, that's fine. But right now, don't judge game consoles on the past. Who cares? That's the past. Past is dead. Didn't you listen to Jim Ryan of Sony Interactive Entertainment? The past is dead. Kill the past. Jim Ryan is here to finish what Darth Vader began. And if Sony continues its anti-consumer practices like it has been, not just in the last couple years, but the last 4 or 5, because if you notice, when they changed their executive stuff, you notice that the marketing changed. The marketing stopped being about promoting PlayStation as an entertainment platform and more about being an all-in-one consumer solution for all of Sony's products. They try to basically become Apple. Yeah. The moment when the PlayStation 4 started thinking they were Apple, which was actually about 7-8 years ago, that to me is when they started laying down tracks for making very anti-consumer decisions. Because Apple is all, we're too big to fail, we could do whatever the hell we want. Where did we go, by the way? We just finished this. Oh, that doorway that just opened up, obviously. Let's save this real fast. Oh, that refilled our MP for a little bit. Nice. Giggles, love your voice. Thank you. So yeah. The moral of the story is be flexible because companies change. Companies also aren't people. There are people behind companies. It's always weird to me when people are like, hey Konami kicked my dog. It's like, what are you talking about? Konami's just a company. Hey, level 1. Alright. Stop taking everything so personal. It's not always about you. Trust me. Whatever corporation you're thinking of, by the way, I do support in companies because they fuel a lot of jobs that support a lot of people. So I'm not one of those, F companies, blah, blah, blah. No. Companies are fine. Wealth displacement and wealth equality is a completely separate social issue. That's a completely separate discussion outside the scope of me playing Secret of Mana. This seems important. Is this an orb that I have to cast something on? Oh, it's just a warp thing. I'm just saying be prepared of more years of questionable PlayStation decisions that are going to basically act as if their install base is immune from consumer choices. I remember when just the other month they were like, we're not going to do Xbox Game Pass on PlayStation. It's stupid. They can't possibly make money. And then when the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series came out and the install base for the Xbox Game Pass jumped to 70%, and Sony's looking at all the money Xbox is making from Game Pass, we're like, we're going to start looking into options like that ourselves, actually, come to think of it. It's like, yep, Here's the thing, though. You don't have 10 years and enough studios to handle it. Because Nintendo's fine. Nintendo has an untouchable first-party stable. They are set. Nintendo is so damn strong, they don't have to make a video game for 10 years and they'll still make more money than Xbox or PlayStation. Just on their IPs. It's that solid. Nobody beats them. It's crazy. Which is why... I mean, the Switch has been leading in console unit sales for the past, 30 months straight? They're a titan. It's crazy. And good on them, by the way. They experiment. It doesn't always work out, but when it does, killing it. Alright, boss fight ahead. Got it. Let's save. By the way, the boss will ask you to fight. Pick no if you're not prepared. I mean, I don't really have a choice at this point, do I? Anything else I need to know about the boss real fast? I assume he's weak to fire. And take a quick drink of water, by the way. Stay hydrated, everyone. No offense, but life's too short and your individual choices are too important to tie yourself and your self-identity to a single video game system. Don't do it. Don't be one of those people that only live on one video game system for their entirety of their lives. That's like a person who only eats the same meal every single day, not because they have to, because survival options are limited, because they choose to. They're like, I like what I like. Don't tell me what to play or what to eat. I like eating peanut butter and jelly every single day. I'm like, I'm not saying eating peanut butter and jelly is not a bad thing. What I am saying is that you have a very myopic vision on the whole world of sandwiches, and you are willingly choosing to restrict yourself on all these different types of sandwiches or even variations of peanut butter and jelly. Like, what kind of jelly do you use? I only use grape jelly. You never tried strawberry? You never tried raspberry? There's so many berries you can have for your jelly. It's like, I only like smooth peanut butter. You never tried crunchy peanut butter? It's kind of a choice. I'm not telling you have to like a certain peanut butter, but there are different types of peanut butter, man. You can't just have one type of bread with one type of peanut butter with one type of jelly the entirety of your life and say that you're living it. You're not. You're a very big frog in a very small well. Be gone. Well? I am well, thank you. Oh no, wait, that wasn't to answer your question. Obey me, turn back. I wonder what's the point of giving the player a choice here. Alright, spam the hell out of fire. Oops. Reload now. Uh-oh. Prim, don't die. Or, Popoy. Man, level 6 freeze? Jesus. Heal, please. Did he cast Ice Saber on himself? Oh, he's gonna be one of these who has... Oh, wait, our weapons got turned to ice. I bet that means if we hit him, we heal him. That's fine. You want to play this as a range battle? That's cool. Kind of think of it. Alright, so she has Flame Saber. I don't know if that's gonna be worth it though. Blaze Wall, interesting. Fire Bouquet. Huh. Yeah, when it comes to game sales, the only thing is hilarious when people are like, Nintendo. It's like, you do know that Nintendo, and this is not even me, look at the NPDs for 2020, 2019, and probably into 2021. They own 70% of all console game sales. Literally, all the console video game sales that go out there, 70% of it is Nintendo money. Xbox and PlayStation bicker over the remaining 30%. How does that make you feel? Me, I think it's hilarious. Let's try Fire Bouquet. What does this even do? It did a low amount of damage. We're not going to worry about that. We might as well just run around and just cast Fireball until he dies. Is Fireball doing a damage over time? Hey, level 2, baby! Alright. Because I noticed when the Fire Gigas or the Frost Gigas comes up, he takes some damage. Is Fireball doing a damage over time? That's fine. Man, look at that. Fireball them easy. GG. Prims are utility DPS. Interesting. So I wonder what situations with... Because obviously she has all the Saber spells, which are going to empower us. I'm sure some are really good, like some of you guys have mentioned. Wow. And you are? I'm the real boss. And he just wrecks you. Blaze Wall engulfs him, I think. That would be cool. I wonder if it works against bosses. Probably not. Bosses seem immune to statuses. Because if you can lock down a boss with engulf, that would be crazy good. I don't think the game's going to give me that, though. But you guys tell me. Let's see. They free the capture Salamando. And we haven't had a story update in a while. Is Santa really being rescued here? I wonder. He doesn't really look like he's under duress. I wonder if he's actually the mastermind. Santa, give me something good. They actually call him out as Santa Claus. At some point, someone writing this was like, you know what? Suddenly Santa Claus. Santa Claus turned into the Frozen Gigas due to the Mana Seed. I guess that makes sense. In fact, that makes sense because there was no one else in this room except for the Ice Gigas. And so there you go. Into a Frosty Gigas. Oh, there it is. I literally answered the question, like, what happened to him? Why is he here? He turned into a Frost Gigas because children didn't believe in you. See? Santa, I'm just trying to tell people to believe in the spirit of Christmas, alright? Whatever they derive from that. It's not about just one person. It's not about getting things. It's about everybody helping each other. That's the spirit of Christmas. Christmas is an attitude, is what I like to tell people. It's as real and as not real as you choose to make it. I don't know why, but it reminds me of some D&D monsters where only children can sense or detect them, like the Shade or something. Or certain nightmare monsters that they prey after children, because children manifest them with their nightmares. Which reminds me, I haven't made a D&D video in a while. I know it's not the point of my channel, but I like talking about it, and it's my channel, so I'm gonna make whatever I want. When mana fades, kids lose their hopes and dreams. That is an interesting takeaway. See, some people just die like sprites, but other kids just lose their hopes and dreams. So Santa wanted to restore mana himself. This is actually the most amount of story exposition we've got in a while. That's what you get for taking what's not yours. That's what you get, Santa, for dabbling in dark magic you don't understand. You were so concerned about if you could that you never stopped to question if you should. Santa, this is what mad science is about. If the power of mana is abused, it can be very dangerous. Ho ho ho. That's why I'm giving it to you. Ha, we're frostying them. Boy, how does that feel? Get frosted. I don't think we can damage them when they're frosted, though. That's not the most useful. I think that's a good crowd control ability. Like when, you know, hordes of wolves are attacking you, but other than that, it's not the best. I guess you can charge an attack while it's happening. Look at that, level 27. Can we attack the little cloud? No, we can't. So at least we got one dungeon done today. I'll get as far as he can in the next 10 minutes, which will probably just bring us to the front of the fire temple, and then we'll just call it a day. Blarg, come on. Prim. Alright, whatever. You know what? We're leaving, we're leaving, we're leaving. Get out of here. Prim. 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 Is there really no inn in here? Good lord. Prim's default standing sprite always looks so unimpressed. Notice on your status screen when you pulled it up that you forgot to activate Wind Seed. I didn't even know about activating seeds at all. What are you talking about? Have I been walking around underpowered this entire game and not even aware of it? Like, how do you activate a seed? What are you talking about, Dave? Like, what he's like? What are you talking about? So right now your max magic level would be 2. You need to go back to the Wind Temple. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Gotcha. Okay, thank you. It's in the Sylph Temple. Where was that temple again? Oh, that's right. That was Popoy's village. How did we get there? Alright, so real fast. So the story forces you to do water and wind, but doesn't force wind. You know, Harvey, I think that's exactly the reason why I didn't do it. Is because the game didn't ask me to go back and do it, and so I didn't. I was not aware. If I was aware, I forgot. You'd be surprised how much you forget in a few days of not playing a game. Upper Lands, thank you. Jesus, you're a subscriber? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And thank you for hitting that subscribe button. You know, it's an interesting thing talking about that. I feel like it's late in the stream to start a side rant, but this is an interesting one. This will give you a sneak peek into if you ever have YouTube in your life and it's something you want to do. This may be important to hear. So, your position on whether or not you're the type of person to ask for subs or not is solely going to depend on if you are a influencer or if you are a content creator. And think about that very carefully. If you are an influencer, then subs matter. If you are a content creator, subs don't really matter. Now, do more subs help you? Yes. Does it help the algorithm? Absolutely. Would you rather have more subs than less subs? Of course you'd rather have more subs. However, channels like mine, you may notice that I don't have a direct... I'm not constantly, shilling, hey, like, comment, subscribe, smash that like button, buy my t-shirts. I used to have a Teespring link, but it expired because no one bought t-shirts. But yeah, I don't do the call to action because for my channel and the content, YouTube already hates my channel. And I'm not even saying that to be like emo dramatic. YouTube doesn't like the fact that I have channels that do not focus on one game, has a format style that changes somewhat consistently, and it doesn't appreciate the fact that I don't stick on one game. It hates that. It wants to marginalize me so that way it can better appropriate it for the YouTube algorithm. Especially since I have an audience that also doesn't necessarily watch every recap. If you do watch every recap, I really appreciate it. But most people, the grand majority, only kind of watch the ones that either it's going to be games that they feel like walking down Nostalgia Street for, or are games that they weren't planning on playing themselves anyway. A lot of people tell me that they don't watch a recap, not because they don't want to, but because they were planning on playing that game and want to keep it a surprise. I completely respect that. But more on that. Asking for more subs will help. They always show that. But I just feel in my channel it's not always the case, because it's kind of a surprise every month what kind of recap for what game you're going with. I'm not a Final Fantasy channel. I'm not a Danganronpa channel. I'm not a survival horror channel. I'm not an RPG channel. I do stories about all sorts of types of games, and sometimes I also do reviews, and sometimes I do strategy guides once every 5 years, apparently. Sometimes I talk about D&D. So, because of that... Alright, how do we get to Upperlands the fastest way? Matango's the Upperlands, right? Yeah, it is. That's Mushroom Village. So let's go there first. So even though the channel discrepancy on people that watch my videos versus that are subbed versus not subbed, it's about a 70-30 split, where 70% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. And at the same time, that doesn't bother me, because if I put out a Persona video, I don't have a Persona channel. So the people that are going to be watching it are usually going to be new traffic, or sometimes people coming back for a while who just kind of checked in on me or saw it in their feed. As long as I'm getting recommended and people actually watch it, watch time and watch performance is more important to me than actual sub performance. So that's why I'm not sweating the details if somebody subs or doesn't sub. Would I prefer if they sub? Yes. Does it kill me if they don't? No. Because that's not the format, because I'm a content creator, I'm not an influencer. I don't have to... This guy, is he different colors? I don't have to sweat about pleasing an audience constantly, about focusing on performance metrics and things like that. I don't have to worry about any of that. Because I'm not catering to a very specific audience. I don't have to. I don't have to be personality driven. If you guys are here because you happen to enjoy my rants, my one-sided viewpoints on game industry, or my personality, thank you. You're in the extreme minority. Alright, I love the unconscious, but you know what? We just have to upgrade you. Alright, I guess we're gonna work on the chakram. The Rising Sun. Alright, so if I recall correctly, isn't the seed in like a cave nearby or something? Is it here? Am I going the right way? You have to go to the other way to get to the Upperlands. Where exactly was the... Because we had to go to Popoy's village, right? God, where was that? We have to walk through the forest, don't we? Oh, before we do this, let's rest. Let's rest, let's rest. And just because we're in a lower level area doesn't mean anything. I think the inn was in here. Yeah, there we go. Harvey, you've had my Final Fantasy 13, 13.2 recaps bookmark because you wanted to get into 13.3. I loved Lightning Returns, by the way. Fun fact. You can put it on my non-existent wiki page. Lightning Returns was the very first game I streamed. Back when I was just kind of testing things out. I very much enjoy the gameplay of that game. I would play it again if it was on Game Pass. This goes to Flaming Cave, other ways back to the Loop of Seasons. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. Quick reminder for everyone in chat. I am navigationally challenged. I am terrible with directions. I absolutely appreciate holding my hand and telling me where to go for things. I think we have to use the axe for this part, don't we, to get through? Yeah, there we go. Out of the way, please. Out of the way, please. Thank you. So hey, sometimes I feel like talking about Castlevania, sometimes I feel like talking about Persona, sometimes I feel like talking about Kingdom Hearts, sometimes I want to talk about Resident Evil. YouTube hates that. They view my channel as unfocused. The fact that my video gets recommended to anyone is boggling to me. Which is why I appreciate anybody who comes by. And I also understand when somebody just comes by, watches one video, because, hey, maybe they just wanted to know what happened in the story of Madden 18. And that's it. They don't care about anything else about my channel. I completely understand, and I don't hold it against them. Kenneth, you bought the strategy guide for 13.3 just for the concept art in the back? Dude, so did I, man. And I'm not gonna lie, that guide was actually very helpful for, I think, figuring out certain where secrets are, because there's so many secrets in that game. I love the design of Lightning Returns. It is so slept on because so many people judge 13.2 and 13.3 based on their biases on 13, which is such a crime, because 13.2 and 13.3 are much better than 13, and not just from a storytelling perspective, but from a gameplay one as well. Now, if you don't like the paradigm system, you're not going to like 13.2, but 13.2 is a better version of the paradigm system. And 13.3 is straight up an action RPG. You have to be quick, you have to be tactical, you have to be deliberate, and I love that. It's the type of game where you can't mash attack to win. You actually can't do that with any of the 13 games. It always bothered me when people said, oh, you can just mash attack and win, the game plays itself. It does not, because the game doesn't paradigm shift for you. So if you think you can get to the game without paradigm shifting, you just told me you never beat the game. Because you did not beat that game without paradigm shifting. It is literally impossible. And how do I know that it's literally impossible? Because there are multiple bosses that you have to switch to defensive phases or you die, because you can't power level in that game. And there are also bosses that you have to switch to all DPS mode, because it's a DPS check that if you don't do enough damage, you wipe. So that's how I know you didn't beat that game. You're just talking out your ass and just trying to be an echo chamber about why you don't like something because it's different. It's fine you don't like something because it's different, but don't say it's bad. There's a difference. I will always defend the paradigm system, because it's one of the few times that Final Fantasy actually ventured to change its otherwise incredibly stale brain, smooth brain combat system that it's been working on for so many games. What do I mean by that? It's what I talk about with so many RPGs. All you gotta do is just spam the attack with the biggest damage numbers. All you gotta do is equip the armor with the biggest number increases, and just mash attack until you win. That's smooth brain. Does it make it bad? No. Does it make it interesting? No. Some people just want to mash attack and win. That's fine. Don't tell me it's an interesting combat system, because it's not. Where am I going, by the way? I know there's a screen with which I have 2 exits. Is it this screen? There's a screen with 2 upper exits. I think this is it, yeah. Game, I just want to pass through. Do I have to do the maze all over again? Voice crack. Where do I go from this screen? I'm so lost. Is it here? Just so you know, if you're giving me directions in chat, it's a 30-second delay. So I'm not seeing it until 30 seconds later, which means I probably already moved. It's in the spring area. Okay. Oh, every creature in this entire area is built to annoy you. I really don't want to stop and fight everything here, because you're not worth the XP. I guess you're worth the weapon XP in a way. I guess this is farming. These owls are so annoying. I'm constantly getting confused. Leave me alone. Guys, stop fighting everything. Stop fighting everything. Stop it. Northeast from the spring area. Alright. This is summer, isn't it? Oh, here we go. Or I guess that is the spring area. No, this isn't. This is the Moogle village. Go to the other exit in spring. Okay. Alright, so here's spring. Go to the northeast exit. Is this it? Yeah, it is. Alright, thanks for bearing with me. Okay. So now that we got that, we're good to continue on, right? We powered up our magic to level 3. Yeah, okay, so now we... Okay, yeah. So now we just have to get the next thing. Okay. Here's what I'll do. I won't bother you guys with me trying to fumble my way back to the fireplace. I'll figure it out, and we'll start there next time. Speaking of next time, I don't know if I want to do a stream tomorrow. Because I want to start editing Persona 2 because I just finished the first draft of the script. So I'm going to be doing most of the editing anyway. I don't know if I want to just continue this tomorrow, or it might be Friday. Though Friday I might be playing a game with other friends. Saturday midday is still going to be our set day. That's not going to change. And in the meanwhile, I'll also level up and progress my magic to level 3. I'll raise Salamando and Siliph to level 3. So I'll do all that farming in the meanwhile. So I'll see what my availability is like tomorrow and or Friday. It might be Friday again, it might be late night, or it might be in the afternoon, but we'll see. Either way, I am going to focus on doing 3 times a week. I feel like we're making good progress, though. We got an element today, we got a dungeon out of the way, we killed a couple bosses. I feel like we're going a pretty good clip. And we're about to go to, directly into another temple, so, and probably get a mana seed there. So, I feel we're good. I feel we're good. Alright. You still need to practice casting? Hey, there's some spells that do not chain. If that spell is chainable, I have no problem chaining it. Yeah, navigating the menus is rough when you only practice it a couple times a week. But some of the spells like Fireball don't chain. It's not like Gem Missile. Gem Missile you can chain, but Fireball you can't chain. So, yeah. Stream your editing of the Persona 2 video? Not gonna happen. Because I am not interested. I would be too distracted by chat or too tempted to look up and focus. To me, I'm laser focused on editing. I don't want any... I don't even listen to music while I edit. I edit in complete silence because I'm laser focused on making sure every frame matches what I want it to say and what it to look like when I'm actually putting the script through. So if I'm talking about a particular scene, I get the exact scene that reflects what I'm talking about. Or sometimes it's a 1-second little joke or something funny I saw. Either way, it's very deliberate. That's my process. Like this, when I'm writing the script, rough draft, I don't mind you guys joining in on that journey. That's fine. But the actual post-edit, no. No, post-production is quiet time, focus time, game time. So, yeah. That's fine. Good suggestion, though. Oh, what you meant was a character needs to practice casting and magic experience. Yes. In that case, you're right, Dave. I will do that off-stream. I'm not going to waste your time with me wasting time casting spells multiple times, because I'm sure you guys ran through the same exercise yourself. But hey, thank you so much everybody who joined in and helped. I really do appreciate it. Whether I jump in on Fridays or Saturday, it was definitely Saturday, or Thursday, we'll see. Just, keep an alert up. Hey, you could always try subscribing or hitting that bell for alerts. But if not, it's fine. I appreciate everybody here who's helped. Thank you so much again, Dark River, for your kind generosity today. Thank you so much, Jesse, for, again, also your donations. Thank you so much, Monkey, for your sub earlier. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Guys, make the journey worth it. And with that, please look forward to the next recap. Can't promise when it's done. It'll be done when it's done. And until then, I'll see you on the next battlefield. Thanks for watching.